What's up, YouTube? I'm Brian.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome back to 2-Bit Third Trimester.
Yes.
When does conception start? Does it start at birth?
No, it's after birth.
I actually messed that up. When does conception start? It starts when conception happens. Oh, whatever.
Anyway.
I'm back!
Yes.
Tyler's back and we're both at college, so Tyler has me again. And he doesn't have to bring any shitty friends. He doesn't have any good opinions. So Tyler needs to look off a script and read and be like, and then the dinosaur. Yeah, we get it, Tyler.
The dinosaur.
You don't know how to come up with shit on the fly. It's okay. That's why I'm here.
That's true.
Okay, so what are we talking about today, Tyler?
Well, I figure we'll talk about something that you've been recently engrossed with.
The Hitman movie.
Yes, that nobody saw.
Really? I thought it was good, though.
Wait, you saw it?
No, I heard it was okay.
Oh.
Alright, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
That's the next video. Either way, we're going to be talking about survival games.
Yes.
Because I freaking hate most of them.
Yes.
Like 99% of them.
Yep.
But Tyler actually had to pull me off of Ark unwillingly.
Yeah, I like.
to record this. Also, I'm a little bit sick. If I cough, sorry.
It's herpes.
It is herpes. That's why I'm coughing.
It makes sense.
That's the reason you're a criminal justice major, not a
Yep.
biology major.
Anyway, but yeah, survival games have made their run, I feel. Every now and
Minecraft's
then.
fault.
Yeah, it is Minecraft's fault.
Yeah, probably.
I'd say it's
I can't think any
Minecraft.
farther back.
Not farther back, but Minecraft and DayZ's fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, DayZ is the correct one. DayZ.
Yeah.
Minecraft a little bit adding the crafting. DayZ didn't have the crafting, it had the survival bits, so you
Oh, yeah.
slap them together, you got yourself the survival genre.
And I really loved DayZ because of just the environment and how the game looked as a whole. Because
Yeah,
you
DayZ
got
was
really
fun.
engrossed.
It was way too hard for me to play.
Oh, yeah,
Like, you
it's-
died in a second.
yeah.
I'm not a fan. Never was a fan of that. But I really do enjoy certain survival games, and I like that like a lot of AAA titles are taking survival game aspects. Like let's look at Last of Us. Look
Yes.
at the crafting system.
Yeah.
That's any basic survival game. You go, oh, junk,
Yeah.
Got stuff. Fallout 4, junk, gun.
Oh, Fallout 4.
Maybe we could probably give Fallout 4 its own video.
Yeah, we will. Maybe when we get back from break and you bring it back, we can do some recordings on it.
Yeah, I mean, we could as well game footage of it.
Yeah, we're just straight month of Fallout 4.
Oh,
'cause
the
that's
thing
all we're
about
gonna do.
Fallout 4, not just crafting things, you can build a settlement. And you have
Yeah.
to survive, and you have to give it water and power, and like put people in it. So a lot of games are going down the survival route. And now, here's the question. Is this a bad thing? Is that, because we're going to get into are survival games good or bad, but why is survival games bleeding into other genres a bad thing?
You know, I'd say it is a bad thing because now we are taking away resources to focus on other mechanics that don't necessarily need to be in the game.
Like Metal Gear Solid 5 with its customization system. Okay, anyway.
And force poop.
That's, dude, you know, useful? It's not useful.
Anyway, but yeah, so you have a game and you put survival mechanics in it. That's a lot of stereotypes of games now to draw people in.
But it works. And if it's done well, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Fallout 4, Last of Us.
Yeah.
Mad Max. Not as many, but there's a water system. It's like your health system. You have to go around, you have to find water, and then that's how you regenerate health.
I imagine it's a lot easier to find water in the game than it is the movies.
Probably. Also, I think you need to harvest car parts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So-
Well, because they stole your car in the
No, but just to
game.
fix other cars.
Oh, okay.
Like I saw a little bit of game footage, and you're helping out some other NPC, and he's like, my car's broken.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, you're a mutant, whatever.
Kill.
You can't kill him.
Kill. It's Mad Max.
I think there's a dog in the game.
Of course there's a dog. There's a dog in every game now.
Okay, so what? Let's like. So I think it's actually a good thing.
Really?
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. More a good thing than a bad thing. I think it's a good thing if it's done well.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a lot of games do it poorly or cheaply.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, and you might throw one at me and be like, yes, of course. But to my knowledge, a lot of games have been using it well, and a lot of AAA titles have. Once I see it in Halo, we got an issue, and we got a problem. Like I don't want to have to be going like, oh, you guys want to use Forge mode? Go hit that rock. I don't want to do that. Halo. I don't want to do that, Halo.
With
That
the
sucks.
cooldown and everything.
Yeah.
Douche.
Gravity hammer. No, I don't. Call of Duty goes down that route.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Well, imagine if like Grand
Fuck,
Theft
I
Auto
can do.
had
I
it.
mean, if we know it's a survivor, I can do a fucking entire video on Nazi zombies and how that's ruined everything.
Well, I mean, it streamlined the process for video games.
I hate Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
It was fun in 5. Sucks everywhere else.
You kill time. That's all it's used for.
It's the end of the lore, though.
Oh boy. Well, now
there's been a lore the whole time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, is there any bad game that has survival elements? I mean, there are a lot of really shitty survival games.
Yeah, but nothing that's, a game that
Stranded
everybody's
Deep
played.
had a chance, and then they just stopped working on it.
Really?
Yeah, like I haven't seen any YouTuber playing it in a long time,
Oh.
and like even Robust, because I'm a big fan of Robust, and everyone knows who he is. He's like even the old, what's it called? Old CNNers friends used to play, like love that guy, and he put up videos of him playing Stranded Deep, and it was really entertaining, and then it ended, and everyone stopped playing it. It's like Trump stopped. I think it was like Trump played it. But a couple people played it, and it just stopped.
Oh. Yeah,
And then there's Subnautica, the entire, it's the fantasy,
Underwater.
the fantasy version of Ark / Stranded Deep, and that doesn't have any multiplayer elements.
Yeah. Well, here's
So
the
it's kind of
thing.
boring.
Here's the thing that you run into with survival games. It's you have to make an iteration that'll stick with people. So at the time, it was Stranded Deep. It was Subnautica. Now it's Ark Survival.
Ark Survival is doing amazing because it has one element no other game has decided to add.
Dinosaurs.
Yes. They added the most ingenious tactic of all time. Boys like dinosaurs. You put in dinosaurs, boys are gonna buy it. And then the boys are gonna convince their girlfriends that it's a multiplayer game and there's survival and you can make a female, and then they'll buy it. But I mean, girls are playing it too, and I've met like at least 2 girls on our server, or just people who look like girls. But I usually haven't met any guys that want to play as the girls because there's not a lot of customization anyway.
Yeah.
So people usually tend to make a guy or like a really fucking retarded looking guy.
Yeah.
But Ark is so much fun. And it's fun because the community on certain servers, do not take my word for that,
Yes.
is good. If you find a non-griefing place where everyone doesn't fucking hate each other, it's awesome. Because like
You get stuff done.
my roommate and I, my specific roommate, we've been playing Ark together. I'm trying to get Tayo to do it, but he won't.
Yep.
But it's okay. We settled in one of the starting areas on like a harbor, and we're like, okay, this is gonna sound like a good place to just make a little hut, and maybe we'll branch out later. And then we met there was a huge guild guy with a giant metal door, and he's got like 30 fucking animals in there because we like looked over the hill to see what he got. We're like, whoa! And then one day he rides up on a fucking Carnotaur, and he's like, "You guys need help?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yes. And he built our base, and he's like, "This is made out of thatch. You guys are gonna die. Like someone's just gonna break in because this takes like 60 seconds to break down. I'll make this out of wood. Nobody will get in unless they have like a fucking T-Rex." And I'm like, "That's great, thank you." And he built our house. I have been getting so much help from so many of our surrounding big guild people that we're not even a part of. Just because they don't want to, like, because they go, it's a give and give thing. They're like, "Oh, when you get to a higher level, I'm sure you'll pay me back in some way." And it's absolutely correct. If I had supplies, I'd give it to them. Or if they needed help in a fight, I'd give it to them. So that's why they're doing this. And it's really nice to see people doing that, especially because they've hit the level cap.
Right.
So there's not much left for them to do.
So they help other people.
Especially because this game is still in alpha. Or
Yeah.
beta. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah,
I think it's in beta. It's green light.
Yeah.
Whatever. But,
One of the few good things that comes out of it.
I mean, we've been getting so much help. We went from a little tiny 4x4 house. I have a Triceratops, a giant gate, and I'm building a 2-story house out of my tiny house. I've completely ripped it apart, and I'm renovating it, and it's great. It's a lot of fun, and that's one of the nice things about survival games. And then you get like shit like Rust. It's
Yeah.
like 85% griefing.
You really try to make me.
Because I watched a lot of videos on it, and after watching enough of it,
You
people
see-
just fucking kill each other.
I go on to the
It's a little
forums.
easier to grind up in that game.
Oh yeah, I go on to the forums in which the person who made Rust, Gary Newman, and he made Gmod and now Rust. I go on to the forums. The forums are roughly one of the most intelligent and stupid places at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
People are talking about the fucking science and how to perfectly build houses and
Yeah.
bases, and then there are people who are like, "Let's just kill everybody,"
exactly.
and I'm like, "Wow."
It doesn't matter. I mean, in a survival game, you will have the people that will try and set up a community. Then you have to be constantly on guard to keep the griefers out, which will never work because they'll be on when you're not. And if they're not on, somebody else is going to be on who just came into the server.
And that's what happened with Austin and I, where I dropped the name. Oops.
Who cares?
But we had a shitty little thatchy house, and we're like, "Okay, we'll just go to bed and after class tomorrow we'll play." We woke up and our house was destroyed and we were dead.
Yep.
And I was like, "Wow."
Oh,
And-
so your character stays there when you sleep.
Yeah, you faceplant.
Oh.
Same in Rust. In Rust, you can't like save unless you're sleeping in a bed. Like you'll just be like, extremely vulnerable. You might just die.
Yeah.
I think you need a sleeping bag to like stay safe.
You know what they did in Rust?
What?
They made it so you can't control your gender of your character or skin color or genitalia size. Your genitalia?
Do you actually have genitalia?
Yes.
Didn't
In Rust you can have a big dick. And you know what?
Does it do anything?
It makes it easier for you to get hurt.
Why?
Because
You
it's a
have
big dick.
Bigger hitbox.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you have a small dick, smaller hitbox.
That's what the really funny thing to do in Ark is, like, make the smallest size possible and then make everything about your character skinny and no one can hit him. But you make, like, a huge guy with huge muscles. He's so easy to hit. And we made the kind of, like, normal-looking people because we didn't want to be that silly. But, like, the game looks really good. The only problem with a lot of these survival games is they're extremely unoptimized. Like, Ark is the worst proprietor of that.
Yeah.
It is the most unoptimized piece of shit on the planet, but it's fun if you have a rig, like I do. Austin's running the shit on a laptop, and he's got, like, 1 pixel on the screen, and I'm like, how are you doing that?
You can see the difference.
I guess.
There was one survival game that my friend bought. It was like one of those 4-pack deals, so I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called 7 Days to Die.
Oh my god,
And it's a zombie survival Minecraft game. And it showed promise because what it had was you had different materials like wood and dirt, and it had gravity to it. So you know how in Minecraft you just make this without any structure or supports?
Mm-hmm.
You need supports.
Unfortunately, in Ark they don't have stuff. They have kind of stuff like that. Like if I break the bottom, the top stuff will break.
Yeah.
That doesn't fall; it breaks instantly. But if I take poop and I like put it on the slope, it'll roll. That's about it. You can't really put anything else, like anything static. I mean, you can throw a torch and that'll roll.
Whee! I need that.
I think the one downside with a lot of survival games is the grinding is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's where kind of DayZ doesn't suffer. There's no grinding.
Yeah,
it's finding stuff.
Yeah, it's all finding, it's all exploration. But the problem is that when you log out, your player logs out, so you get to keep your stuff. But
so if you want to kill someone, they can log out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they try to implement ways that when you're in a combat zone, you can't do that unless you physically close it. Then I think it just automatically kills your character because that's just a form of griefing. Sure. But
I haven't done enough research into that. I think it doesn't, annoyingly.
Yeah.
I think in the new version it might. I think back in the mod it didn't.
But the thing is that in DayZ, when you log out, so you have all the stuff that you're carrying with you.
I just realized why they can't do that.
What?
It's a computer.
Oh, yeah.
Computers crash.
Yeah.
So it would be really... No one would buy your game, especially a computer game. That's basically a mod.
Yeah.
That if it crashes, you die and you have to restart. No one's going to want that.
But the thing is that in DayZ, if you try to stockpile stuff, you can't stockpile things in houses. People raid houses.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go towards the edge of the maps and hopefully find a place where you can put down some camouflage and they won't find it. Chances are, they'll find it.
That's the thing about Ark. Like, every fucking... I've walked around that entire island. I can't find a single isolated spot where all of a sudden I could just be like, boom, tiny hut. There is literally a guy with a giant fortress everywhere. But out of all games, if this is the Brian recommends, get Ark. Not because I fucking love it. I want to see people on it. Unlike Rust and unlike DayZ, when you die and the shit's gone, you can just go back to your 17 friend guild who you made online who just let you in because you asked, and you just go back inside and get your shit and just get new shit. Because you don't forget how to build things.
Yeah.
You just go back to your base, restock with all the good equipment to go grind, get your materials back, and rebuild. That's what's nice about that game, because you can. Unlike in DayZ, you're like, I'm dead, new character, right back on the beach. You're like, oh,
yep.
Fuck.
Got my can of beans and a flashlight.
But that's what people like.
Yeah.
I think if you're a casual person, go Dark. If you're not, go with Rust and go with
DayZ is wonderful.
They're not bad games.
Yeah. Like, when you get 4 people together, like, here's a scenario that happened with me and my friends.
It's the difference between playing Borderlands 1 and Borderlands. It's the difference between Borderlands by yourself and Borderlands with 4 people.
So, there was one experience where me and my friends, we were going to an airport, which has high-value
the airport
loot.
is the best stuff.
Yeah. And the thing is that I split up with them unintentionally, because once you lose line of sight, you're kind of lost and you get scared. So, they're going through tall grass, and I went around the other way. People came down from a hill, and they shot them, and they killed them. And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? I had my gun, and they started to loot the body. I go up.
Did you hold him up?
I crawled. No, I just killed him. This was before when
Tyler has no mercy.
But this was before when you killed them, you damaged their items. This was during the mod.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
It made killing people just stupid.
Well, yeah.
That's why killing was griefing back then, because like you had to fucking arrest people. But any newbie players just be like bang.
Yep.
And not give a shit about your stuff.
So I was crawling through the tall grass that my friends got killed in, because when you move in it while walking or running, it'll bend it.
Yeah.
So when you're crawling, nothing happens. You don't even see it rustle.
I think they changed that in Arma 3.
Oh, they probably did.
In Arma 3, I believe it doesn't matter what you do.
So I go up behind them and just pop, 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 pop. But of course it sounds like tick, 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 tick. But they fall. And I'm like, guys, I saved your stuff. And it's like, we don't care. We died. We're not getting back there. We're like 3 kilometers away. Like, oh. Well.
And then they stopped playing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's kind of that's what I've always been worried about with like survival games, because like that's what happened with Austin and I and Ark. We're like, oh, we lost all of our stuff. 2 days of work.
Yeah.
And we're like, what do we do?
You'll hit a wall.
And then luckily, this isn't for everybody. We met a friend. He's like, I'm rich as shit. Here, let me build you a house. And he gave us the supplies. We built a house, and nobody's fucked with us since. This is the best fucking story ever. I'm farming. All of a sudden I go, oh, what the hell hit me? I think it's just any Dilophosaurus, a fucking bug, whatever. And I look, there's a naked guy. And he's punching me. And I was like, what the hell? I don't want to deal with this. And I ran back to my house, because I just closed the door and he can't get in, because he doesn't have any equipment to get in there with. Now, I make it all... No, I couldn't. I was taming my Triceratops, and I had to defend it. But I knew my spears were right next to it, because I had to build a chest next to it to give it stuff.
Right.
And I was going... And I got my spears, but by the time I turned around, he knocked me out, because he got me down to half my health. When you're at half your health and people are, like, hitting you with blunt melee or, like, trank arrows and shit, when you reach half health, you're unconscious.
Oh.
So I fell over, and he goes to loot my stuff, and I see him open the equipment thing, and I look. And you can still talk when you're unconscious. You can still say things.
Yeah.
And I see, riding in on a fucking T-Rex, is my friend who helped me. And he turned, and he looks, and I hear, help me, Marco! Help me! And he looks, and you can hear the voice chat of the naked guy turn and goes, what the fuck do you want? And the guy just bites him with the T-Rex, and he loses, like, almost all the time. He's like, no, please, don't kill me! And then the T-Rex chases after, and he kills the guy. And then Mark hops off, gets my stuff, and puts it back on my body, and he's like, don't worry. No one will ever hurt you again.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't even know you. I love you.
That's great.
That's the kind of cool experience you get survival games. And that's why I do like them. Here is my final point of where I think they will go badly. I think every MMO in the future is going to implement them.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think every single MMO in the future is going to go down the base building, which I don't have never had a problem with. I liked base building.
It'd be great for
I did
guilds.
it in Galaxies. I built towns and cities in Galaxies with guilds.
Yeah.
But there was no... I didn't need food. I didn't need water. We didn't need power. Well, we did. Power was... that was easy. You place down a power generator, it makes power. It's not hard. I don't want to see MMOs go down that route.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts, Tyler. Are survival games a good thing? Are survival games a bad thing overall?
I think overall that they're good fun for everyone to have, but the thing is, you're playing the flavor of the month. Next month, you'll see another game that'll look good, and then you'll jump onto that bandwagon.
And hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you really get like the definitive first-person shooter. I'm making a thing. So it's a Call of Duty or Halo, and you got hopefully one of them will stay strong. I kind of hope it's Ark because I'm playing it right now.
Yep.
I don't unless they make something with like alien dinosaurs. I don't really fucking know what they can do better than that. But my final thoughts are, I think survival games are a good thing, but I think they're one of the most dangerous games on the market.
Yep.
Most dangerous being iOS games. iOS games I do not trust. They do bad things, and they are the reason of microtransactions.
Like Fallout Shelter?
Yeah, alright. Signing off.
Anyway, I'm Tyler.
I'm Brian.
And this is 2-Bit Talking.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe.
I'm looking at you, Luke.
Yeah, Jeff.
Who?
Bye.